What is your favorite activity during Cambridge preparation classes?
My favorite activity in Cambridge is speaking because show me speak with native people.
How do you feel on the day of the exam? Excited, nervous, or something else?
I feel nervous and also excited.
Can you describe what happens during the speaking part?
Yes, I can. First, you enter in a class where there was a native teacher who asked you personal question. What's your name, your surname, and other questions.
Okay.
Then showed you two pictures and you say she the difference. And finally, she showed you a comic and you complete the comic with your words.
Okay, well done. After the exam, do you like to relax or do something special to celebrate?
After of the exam, I feel also nervous and excited, and I prefer a walk and go outside.
Do you have any advice or tips for someone preparing Cambridge?
Yes, I have. First, don't put nervous because difficult you to think, and practice all all of the parts of the exam: speaking, writing, and listening.
What is your favorite activity during Cambridge preparation classes?
My favorite activity in Cambridge are speaking because I love learning more words.
How did you feel on the day of the exam? Excited, nervous, or something else?
I feel excited because I even know who are the teachers and I also be nervous.
Can you describe what happens during the speaking part?
First you need to enter to a class who there is waiting you a teacher. And then the teacher is gonna ask you some questions like what's your name, what's your surname, and how old are you. Then it's gonna ask you some exam questions. First, in the teacher gonna show you two pictures that they have some difference. You need to says he. And the second exam, the teacher gonna show you a comic that doesn't have any letter, and you need to create with your words.
After the exam, do you like to relax or do something special to celebrate?
I prefer did something special to celebrate, like playing football.
Do you have any advice or tips for someone preparing Cambridge?
Of course, I have some tips. The special tips are don't be nervous, be relaxed, because it's gonna be very cool exam if you're relaxed.
In school, we have the opportunity to prepare Cambridge levels, and I have that opportunity 1 year ago. I prepared the B1 level with school, and the day of the exam, I wasn't really nervous because it was in the secondary building. I am familiar with it, and the day of the exam, only we went to the classes that, for example, in the history class, it was the listening. In the biology class, it was the reading. We were moving depending of the test, and when in the speaking time, we two native teachers of Cambridge, I think, went to school and we do the speaking conversation like a normal exam school. It was fine. Preparing the Cambridge level, I think it's so important because for my future in professional theater, I think it is important because if I want to travel anywhere, like England, United States, or for works, if I want to have a good work or something, uh, the most of them they ask you to have a level of Cambridge, and I think it is important to have it. So I am preparing it here in school.
Okay, so for this year, I would like to do the C1 or the B2 if I feel like I'm not ready in June. That's when we do our exams. And I would really like to make it to the C1 because I have always found English like a very easy language, and I would really like to have the C1. We could have in our Cambridge exam if we decide to do it, and our teacher explains us how to do it, and we do them on our Chromebook. And also the speaking part and the listening part, we do them like the whole class together, because we do like in pairs. We do the speaking, and then our teacher like tells us if we're doing good or not. And the listening part, we use our headphones and we do it with our individual Chromebooks. So that's kind of the dynamic that we have on the classes that we do for preparing the Cambridge exams. Okay, so for this year, I would like to do the C1 or the B2 if I feel like I'm not ready in June. That's when we do our exams. And I would really like to make it to the C1 because I have always found English like a very easy language, and I would really like to have the C1.